it's hard. All right, let's start with this. Alice had asked, since we're getting towards the end of the book, to kind of go through the headings of the book to understand what each page is, since we're flopping around. So let's start on page 57 and kind of go through what each page is so that you have an idea. And if you want to go back and read it, know on all that, you'll know why or what you're reading. So page 57 says Vayechulu v'shamru. And those are two pieces of the Mariv service, right? Vayechulu hashamayim va'aretz v'chol tzva'am. That's what we, that is part of the repetition of the Amida from Friday. You know, on Friday night, we do a silent Amida only, and we do this very, very tiny repetition. That's part of it. And you know, the Vishamru, which is sung right before Kiddush on Saturday morning, as well as part of the Friday night service. So these are just giving you some of the phrases that are in both of those prayers. Can't find my mouse, so I'm working on the like little keypad here today. And then page 58, the first part of this is Vayechulu. And then at the bottom is Vishamru. So that's giving you that. So if you want, I can find that in my little recordings from that woman and send those over too, if you'd like, just to have them. Not that I, you know, but does anybody want those, Vayechulu and Vishamru?
If it's not too much trouble,
It's not.
You know, I don't. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Vayechulu and Vishamru are page 58, just so I could reference them when I send them over to you guys. Okay, page 59 is just if you want to just review your letters and your sounds, that's a good page to review. 60 is a lesson, 61 is a Lenu. 62, so what's the difference between 61 and 62? 61 breaks it up a little bit nicer. 62 is going to be a little, it's actually not what you're going to see in the Siddur, but it's musically each line by itself for the first paragraph. Page 63 is, you know, they know that it's confusing some of the letters. So they're saying the bet on the right and the vet on the left. And again, they're just part of Friday night, of the Friday night service. So the first line on bet is B'nai Elim. The first line on the vet is Havu Ladonai Kavod Va'oz. And that's one of the Psalms we sing on Friday night as part of Kabbalat Shabbat. And there it is, and here it is, Mizmor LaDavid. This is the whole thing. And I'll get that to you too. I'll do 2 emails tonight. I'll do one with all of these others, and then 2 with the Adonolam and Aleinu, like we said, we're gonna work on. That way it's not confusing. 65 is again, just some more phrase, you know, words and phrases that are in Friday night. The bottom part is the Adonolam, phrases from that rhyme, that you know, match each other. 66 is Adonolam. We'll be doing that tonight. 67, again, they're just showing you different words with the different letters. You know, the more you, oh, I'm sorry, these are the names of the letters in Hebrew. So Aleph, Bet, Vet, right? They're giving you that. Page 68, summary of alphabet grouped for similarities. So they know that, let's say the 4th line down, the Dalid and the Resh look very similar. So they're giving you that to show you that they're different. Some are the same, like the vet and the bet are the same sound they're showing you. So they're just showing you some letters that are similar, so you can, you know, practice, look at them together, tell them apart if you can. Page 69. So here they're showing you Lechuna Ranana. It's one of the Psalms from Kabbalat Shabbat. So in order to be able to say them, they're giving you some of the harder words first, then a small phrase, and then the whole phrase.
Do people have page 69? Because I don't. Did it not print
Oh,
out?
it's page, oh, that's funny.
Oh,
I don't
no.
have it
Oh,
either.
no,
It's
that's
page,
page 70.
it's page 70. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
It's 69 up top in my count, like when it counts them.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's page 70. I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't have 69 either.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
none of us
either.
do. Now I'm curious as to what's on that page. Page 71 is Shir Ladonai Shir Chadash, another psalm from Kabbalat Shabbat. And then Yismechu Hashamayim is also from Friday night. Kiva Lishpot Haaretz is another one. That's one that we, so Friday night when we do the Psalms, the leader will usually say the first two lines. Everybody says silently to themselves the rest of it, and then they say the last two lines. So this one is one of the last two lines. It's, you know, Lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz, yishpot tevel b'tzedek v'amim b'mei sharim. That's just like the two lines at the end. Not exactly sure why that's significant, but it is. Whereas a Rulat Tzaddik is also the last two lines of one of the Psalms on Friday night. You know, I think they're just giving you a taste of some of the phrases you're going to hear on Friday night, so that if you've never been to synagogue on Friday night and you go, that you know what this is. So this is good to review so that when you go, it's not the first time you're introduced to it and you know what it is and you know what it looks like, but it's not anything difficult or anything like that. Same thing with 73. Mizmor Leyom HaShabbat is another Kabbalat Shabbat. And then at the bottom, you see where it says, right above where it says page on the bottom, it says Tfilat Arvit Ma'ariv. That means, okay, now we're done with Kabbalat Shabbat. We're going to start showing you Ma'ariv, right? Which is the evening service. So Baruch Hu is what starts the evening service, right? We always have our Baruch Hu.
I'm sorry.
Excuse me, this is on page 73.
Page 74.
70.
What is the middle of 73? He malach.
Adonai Malach Yirgezu Amin. That is, again, part of Friday night.
Okay.
You'll hear, I mean, this is, again,
I got it. That's
part
okay.
of the 2-word phrase, right? So when the Chazan will start, they'll sing Adonai Malach Yirgezu Amim Yeshev Keruvim Tenu Taretz. But that part is, the second line isn't even in here. So I think what they want you to do when it says page, I think they want you to go to your Siddur, find the page that's on and write it in here. I don't know that you necessarily need that. That's how the prayer starts, that big, the bold, big lettering. And then the Roman mu part that's at the bottom is how it ends, right? So you know how I said, like, the leader of the service will say the first 2 lines and then skip to the end, you know, everybody reads silently, and at the end, the last 2 lines. So I think they're giving you a taste of what that is. And I don't have my Siddur up here. I'm not sure why, but I can go get my Sim Shalom. I know exactly where it is downstairs if we want to go through it. And maybe we'll do that. We'll do Aleinu and that. You know, maybe that's what we'll do next class. We'll bring our Siddurim and put the page numbers in all of these, if that will help you.
That'll be good.
Okay. And I'll borrow one of the, I mean, what CD room does everybody have at home? I have an art scroll. I have a Sim Shalom. I have the Saturday Sim Shalom. I can get a Lev Shalem from my synagogue.
I have the Sim Shalom.
Which one? That's
Uh,
that's the weekday one. The red
Right.
one's the weekday one. So that's not gonna have any of this in here.
Oh, okay. I think I do have the.
If you have the blue one, that's the weekend one.
The blue one.
Okay. I'll have to
I'm
look.
looking to see when it was from, what year it was from.
Well, don't worry about the year. Let me see the cover.
Oh, no problem.
That's the Sim Shalom. So the one you're holding up is the full Sim Shalom. It has weekday, weekend, everything. The one you have, Claire, hold yours up. Yours is for weekdays. I think it says that, right? Does it say it on there for weekdays?
For weekdays.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's probably not going to have Friday night and any holidays in it.
Okay.
There's a blue one that's that size. That's for Shabbat and festivals.
Okay.
And then there's the newer one, the Lev Shalom, which is like a maroon cover, which has all those commentaries on the sides
Right.
and stories and poems and all that kind of stuff. I feel like
That one,
huh?
I have that one because our synagogue uses Lev Shalom.
Okay.
Is that-
So
is that
I'll grab one of those for my synagogue for the 12th. And then we'll look once we find where Kabbalat Shabbat starts and all those Sidurim, we're going to just turn page by page and find these easily.
Okay.
There's probably Kabbalat Shabbat's maybe 15 pages long total. And Lev Shalom, it's a little longer because Lev Shalom, they have all of those little commentaries and the poems and stuff on the sides. Oh, wow, we're having a storm. So it's longer. So I think they felt like people wanted something to read while long services were going on. So they put more stuff in it, which is nice. They modeled it after the Machzor for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, which for years has had that in it. And it's very nice. But I just thought it was weird for Saturday morning, but they were due to come out with a new Siddur. It had been a while. So, okay, page 75. Ahavat Olam is part of Ma'ariv. It comes right before Shema, basically, I think, or right after Shema. Probably, I think before. Yeah, it's right before Shema. Because that last line, Baruch Atah Hashem Ohev Amo Yisrael, that comes right before Shema. Page 76, Michamocha is after the Shema and the V'ahavta, then all that, then comes Michamocha. Koneh Shamayim Va'aretz is part of Ma'ariv again. Oh, and that's it. And that's the end of the book.
Thank you.
Page 76, I mean, not, did I say 75? I'm looking up top at at the page thing, but okay. So tonight we said we're going to do Aleinu and Adon Olam, right? So let's start with Aleinu, which is on page 62. Did we do Aleinu already?
66, you said?
62.
62. Okay.
Right. I have a feeling we did Aleinu because I talked about my bowing thing.
Right.
You did talk
We
about
did
it.
Aleinu. So Adon Olam we're up to. Let's get to Adon Olam is page 66. That's what it is. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Hold on, Lucero cannot get in. I'm just trying to get her the right link. I thought I sent her the link, but she can't. That link isn't working for her.
The link sends you to another link now.
Right.
Does it?
Yeah, it tells you that the old link doesn't work. And like today, for some reason, it didn't automatically go to the new link. I had to press on.
Oh. Okay. Copy invite link. I'm just right in the actual Zoom. And let's see if that works for me. Okay. All right. Oh. Okay.
Lymor, do you have like a cheat sheet that has the exceptions? Like what confuses me a lot of times is like, when do I say the yud? When do I not? You know, those kinds of things.
Let me
That
see if I can come up with something. Cheat sheet for exceptions. That's a good one. Okay, let me see what I can come up with.
thank you.
Okay. So let's just now, so this Adon Olam is pretty much very much like it is in the Siddur, right? Where it's a poem, so you have it. Even though you have a right and a left column, you're going to read the first line in the right column and then the first line in the left column, and you're going to go all the way across, right? As opposed to reading it down and then going down. So, okay, who wants to read the first, let's say, oh, there she is, yay. Hooray.
Oh, my goodness. Hello, okay.
Okay, so we're just up to page 66, just starting to read Adon Olam, so you're in good company now.
Okay. 66.
Yes. Okay, so so everybody's okay to read tonight, or is there anybody that doesn't want to read tonight? Let me know.
May I
Okay.
pass, please?
You can pass, of course.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm just gonna start calling names going around. Just read the phrase. So the first
Or
person,
actually, I should pass. I should, I'm not passing.
you're not passing. Okay, fine. So what I'm gonna do is I will read the line first and then call on you and you'll read the line. I think that'll be the easiest way to do this so that nobody's caught or stuck, you know, because this wasn't homework. This was just, you know, if you have a chance, take a look at it. So I'll read it first and then you guys, and then call on you to repeat after me. And I'm going to go in the same order around my screen. So once you get the idea of whose order it is, you'll figure it out. It's going to be Terry, Debbie, Claire, Lucero, Alice. Is that okay? All right. First one, Adon Olam Asher Malach. Terry, you got the easy one.
Adon Olam Asher Malach.
B'terem kol yetzir nivra. Debbie?
B'terem kol yitzir nivra.
Right, and that kol is a kamatz katan, right? So even though it's a kamatz, you're pronouncing it o. Le'et nasa bechefzo kol. Claire?
Eit nasa hetso kol.
Good. Azai melech shemo nikra, Lucero.
You say Lucero?
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
the second line, the last part of the second line. Oh.
Shemo Nikra.
Perfect. Alice, ve'acharei kichlot hakol.
Ve'acharei kichlot hakol.
Perfect. Terry, levado yimloch nora.
Levador Himloch Nora.
Okay. Debbie, vehu haya, vehu hoveh.
Vehu haya, vehu horeh. No, I didn't say that. What's the last word? The
Hoveh.
hoveh.
Right, that resh and that vav are very similar. So for example, in the last line, the second part of the last line, levado yimloch nora. See the Vav and the Resh in between, in the middle? They're very similar. One's just a little bit longer. Okay, Claire. Vehu yihiyeh betif'ara.
Vehu yihiyeh betif'ara.
Perfect. Lucero. Vehu echad ve'ein sheni.
Where is that?
The next line. Page 66, line 1, 2, 3,
Five.
4, 5. 5.
I'm lost.
Vehu echad ve'ein sheni.
Okay. Behu ehad. What was the other thing? I don't know. I don't follow it.
Are you on page 66?
66. But
1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth line down in Adon Olam says Vehu echad ve'ein sheni. Right?
okay, I think someone should do it.
Let me see. Where? Let me see your page. Hold up your page. Page 66. Yeah. The fifth line down. If you're counting the
Are you
lines.
going this way or you're going like that?
Okay, so we're going right to
Horizontal?
left.
The
But
two,
right now, when I'm saying fifth line, I'm counting down to the fifth line down.
In the first column.
the first column. I thought that you were going
The first-
horizontal.
We're going right, left.
Okay. Vehu ehad. Is that the one?
Yeah,
Yes.
Ah. Vehein sheni.
right. Ve'ein sheni. All right, Alice. Lehamshil lo lehachbira.
Leha shil li leha bira.
Got it. Lucero, you see where we are?
Yes,
Okay, good.
thank you.
Terry, beli reshit, beli tachlit.
Beli Rashid. Beli Tachlit.
Debbie, velo haoz veha misra.
Below so
Oz.
ha-os. Now, why is it ha-os? It's silent. The middle letter there is
The
silent.
ayin is silent, but you take on the vowel,
Oh.
that vowel on top, the o.
I was confusing that with the other letter, the one that comes out of the,
The tzadi,
right,
right.
that's
Those are very similar. You're right.
the ha-mish-ra.
Right. Ha misra, because the dot's on the left side.
The ha-misra.
Perfect. Claire, vehu eli vechai go ali.
Vehu eli veha goali.
Good. And don't forget the y, vechai, right?
Le vehai. Oh, vehai. Okay.
Exactly. Lucero, vetsur chevli be'et tzara.
Vehur hefli veit zara.
Exactly. Good. Debbie, you see those last two words on that line, be'et
Yeah.
tzara. Those letters are really, really similar. Okay. Alice, vehunisi umanos li.
Vehu nisi huma nisli
Right. Manosli. Perfect.
manosli.
Good. Terry, menat kosi beyom ekra.
May not Kol Si Biom Ekra.
Perfect. Debbie, Beyado Afkid Ruchi.
Biyado Afkid Ruhi. Ruhi,
Yep,
like the CH.
yep.
Okay. Ruhi.
Claire, Be'et Ishan Ve'a'ira.
8 Ishan Ve'ayira.
Yeah, that's a really tough word, that last one. Ve'a'ira,
Ve'ayira.
right? You said it perfectly. I just wanted to show everybody how hard it was. It's a very difficult word. Okay, Lucero, Ve'im Ruchi Geviati.
Ve'im Ruhi Verati.
That last word's very hard.
Verati.
Geviati.
Gari Yahi.
It's a vav. Geviati. Very difficult.
Okay.
Right. All right, Alice. Adonai li velo ira.
Adonai li veli ira.
Right. Velo ira. Good.
Velo ira.
Okay. Any line that we should go over again? Anybody looking at it having trouble? Okay.
The
Yeah.
word, the last line, the first column,
Yes.
it starts with the gimel. The yud, do you say the yud in that sentence? In that,
Right. So it's geviati.
so you're pronouncing.
You're pronouncing it. Now, when you sing it, ve'imruchi geviati, right? So you're still kind of saying it, but because you're singing it, it's not as pronounced as when you pronounce it. Geviati.
Okay.
What line was that again?
That's the last line,
Oh.
the right-hand column, the last word on that, the third word in there on the last line.
Mhm.
So I think the hardest ones here are, I think the hardest things here when I'm always looking at it. Okay, I'm just gonna run through it. Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yatzir nivra le'et na'asa b'chefto kol azai melech shemo nikra ואחרי ככלות הכל לבדו ימלוך נורא והוא היה והוא הווה והוא יהיה בתפארה והוא אחד ואין שני. This one. להמשילו להכבירה, right? Because the להמשil lo are two words, but when you sing it, it's like it all kind of blends into one. So if you're following along and you're waiting for them to say a word, but they've blended two words together, now you're lost. Right? So something like this, you know, as you get to know the prayers and stuff like that, when you're following along, if you lose yourself, you know, if they've gotten to the end of the line, just go to the next line and try to figure out where they are, as opposed to, wait, they didn't say the word low. Where are they? Where is it? Because they kind of blended it into there. And then the last two lines, Beyado afkid ruchi be'et ishan ve'ayira. That one's a hard one. That last word on that, the last word on that line is difficult word. And then we talked about geviati. Ve'im ruchi geviati Adonai li velo ira. So that geviati is also a hard word. So in, you know, the idea of trying to follow, when we talk about trying to follow along, The idea is to know enough about the prayers. And again, this is what we're going to do on the 12th, is kind of run through the prayers in the Sim Shalom for Friday night and see that we know the cadence of them so that you can follow along, so that if you miss a word, you don't have to get every word, but you know where we're at just by the stanzas of the song. You know, and then of course they'll go and change the tune on you because they want to do something different. And then you're like, okay, I can't. But at least you know, you'll hear it and you'll know for some of them. So like the ones that we've gone over, Lecha Dodi, you know, that's a long prayer. You kind of want to know where you're at in that one. You want to know when you're supposed to stand at the end, that sort of thing. So you want to be able to follow along. Some of these, the Psalms at the beginning, like all those other pages that we were just talking about, where you have 2 lines, then the leader stops and everybody says it silently, and then you get to the end. You know, the person calling the pages will usually, after 2 or 3 Psalms, call the page so that people could get back on to track wherever they are. So hopefully your synagogue does this. My synagogue did not call pages for years. And we had my daughter's bat mitzvah, and I said to the rabbi, you have to start calling pages because people that don't come to shul every week don't know. And my entire family is completely lost. Like, at least if you call out a page every couple of minutes, they'll be engaged, you know, and that sort of thing. So now we're much better at our synagogue, not because of me. I'm sure other people complained also, to call out the pages.
Lymor, before you go on to another page, can I just ask, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
on the last line, the last word of the first column that I asked you to pronounce before, the yud is pronounced. The last line, I'm sorry, the last word of the whole thing, the yud is not pronounced?
Correct. Because when there's like, and in Geviati also, in Geviati,
Where's that word?
the
Yes.
last line of the first column in the last,
The
like
last one.
the last line, Ve'im rochi Geviati. So the yud is pronounced ya, but in T, it's not, it's E. If there was no vowel there, it would still be Geviati, right? If there was no yud there at the end of Geviati, it would still be E, right?
Yeah,
Here,
because of the dot underneath.
let me share my screen so that we're so that you could see. Okay, so in Geviati, this yud, we say ya. In this yud here, it's just T,
Oh, yeah.
right? Same thing here. Ira. Because when, and that's one of like the rules of this vowel. When this vowel, or when the A vowel, let me find if it's in this prayer. Here it is. Here. Whoops, I'm clicking. I didn't want this.
What line is that? Because I can't look at both at the
You
same
can't
time.
see?
I
It's
can't see.
line, and I just wrote over it. I don't know how to, let me just undo. Can I undo? There we go. It's line 3, ve'acharei, right? That A also, when the A vowel and the E vowel are paired with a yud afterwards, you don't need to pronounce the yud.
Unless the yud has a vowel.
Correct.
Okay. See, these are the exceptions I'm talking about that I get confused.
Well, this is a rule though. The A and the E are rules with that next to it.
Okay.
So if we go through all the yuds in this prayer, so first line, second to, oh, gosh darn it. I don't have my real mouse, so I'm pressing on the thing.
8 seer. 8 seer.
Kol, right, yitzir. So the yud has the shva under it, so you have to pronounce ya. And the second yud is part of an E grouping. Yetzir. Right? Let's keep going. The next yud is on the second line, right, left-hand column, azai. Also, ah with the yud pairing, azai. So you do kind of pronounce that yud actually, though. I lie. Because if you had, let's say, an aleph in place of that, instead of that yud, if you had an aleph where my pointer is there, it would be azah. But because you have a yud, it's azai. So you are pronouncing the yud in that. Does that make sense, Debbie?
Yeah, but I thought we didn't, so now I'm confused.
No, we do. We do.
I thought because it's in the ah sound, not
It's
the
the
A
ah
and the
sound,
E
not
sound.
the A or anything like that, right?
Okay,
The
so it's
next
only the
one-
A and the E sound.
Right. The next one, line 3, first word, ve'acharei. Right?
So there you don't pronounce it.
Correct.
Okay.
The next one is the second word of that second half of the line, yimloch. So that you are pronouncing it because there's a vowel under it, right?
Yeah. Mhm. Okay.
Vehu haya. Again, vowel underneath, so we pronounce the yud. Here's a good one. Vehu yihi ya. Ye and ye, because it has the vowel under it.
Mhm.
Okay, here's this one. Whoops. Ugh. No, don't make a mark. Here we go. Vehu echad ve'ein sheni. Right? If there was no yud there, it would be the same.
Mhm. Okay.
What line is that, please?
That is 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth line, third word in. Ve'ein sheni. And then the next line, the first word, beli. Again, because it's the E sound, no pronouncing it. The next line down, second word in, eli, same thing. V'chai goali, same thing. V'tzur chevli, same thing. Now, third line from the bottom. Vehu nisi is with the E. Menat kosi. And then, okay, the second from the last word, the third line up, beyom. Right? There's no vowel under it, but that vav acts like a vowel
But why in that one are you pronouncing it?
because
Because it's not the A and the E.
it's a consonant there, right?
Okay.
Right. So just like our Y, sometimes it's a consonant, sometimes it's a vowel.
Okay.
So here it's a consonant because you have no vowel under it or before it.
Which word is that again, Lymor?
Third line from the bottom, all the way on the left-hand side, the second line from the end, beyom,
Oh, okay, thank you.
right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Second line from the bottom, beyado, we're pronouncing it. Ruchi, not pronouncing it because it goes with the E. Be'et ishan, also with the E. Ve'aira also goes with the E, so no pronouncing it. Ve'im ruchi with the E. Gevi yati, the ya you're pronouncing because there's a vowel under it. T is part of the E, so we're not. Adonai li is an E, and then velo ira, also same. So it's just the difference of when it's a consonant and when it's a vowel. That's really the difference. It's not easy, it's tricky.
So when it's a consonant, you pronounce it, and when it's a vowel, you don't.
Right, right. And the way you know that, again, is whether a vowel goes with it or not, right? So the E and the A vowel, you don't need to pronounce it if it comes before it. Anything else, you're going to pronounce it. Right? So 4 lines up from the bottom. Vehu eli vechai goali. You have to say the chai. You have to put that yud in there.
Because it's coming after.
It's coming after a vowel, but it's not an A or an E vowel. Should we go to another prayer and look at the yuds in there? Let's find another one. Let's go to page 64, Mizmor LeDavid. Okay. So Havu Ladonai B'nei Elim. Havu Ladonai Kavod Va'oz. Next line, Havu Ladonai Kavod Shemo. Hishtachavu Ladonai Behadrat Kodesh. Okay. Third line, Kol Adonai Al Hamayim. Right? Now the E is under the Yud. So it's still a consonant. Yim. Right? Does that make sense, Debbie?
Mhm.
Okay, good.
I think that makes sense to me too. I
Yeah,
wasn't
Claire?
getting the idea, but it's starting to make sense to me
Good.
now.
Good. And that's why it's good to ask these questions, because Debbie's confused about it. That doesn't mean everybody else isn't confused about it. Claire's now, the light bulb's going off in Claire's head because now she's like, you're right. I didn't realize it was confusing to me, and now it is. Okay. El hakavod hirim, right? That's part of the E. Adonai al mayim rabim. Pronounce, don't pronounce. Okay. Second stanza. Kol Adonai bakoach, Kol Adonai behadar. Second line, Kol Adonai shover arazim. Right? Not pronouncing it. Vayeshaber, right? So Alice, I'm going to have to count lines for you. 1, 2.
No, I got it.
You got it.
I'm there. Vayashim.
Vayeshaber.
Yeah.
Right? So again, the shva causes you to say the ya of the consonant of yud. Good. Yes. Nod your head. I can see you guys. So I have 2 screens. So nod your head. Okay, good. Vayeshaber Adonai et arzei. That's the A, halvanon. Vayar kidem kemo egel levanon vesir yon. Right? So that's the same as when we say like bayom or anything like that. There's no vowel, there's no A or E before it. There's a vowel after it. So we pronounce it like a consonant, yon. Kemo vein re'emim. Kol Adonai chotzev lavot esh, kol Adonai yachil. So now you've got 2 yuds, one you're pronouncing, one you're not. Yachil, midbar, yachil, Adonai midbar kadesh. Kol Adonai, again with the shva underneath, yecholel ayalot. You got the vowel underneath, you're going to pronounce it. Vayechesof, vowel underneath. Ye'arot, vowel underneath. Uv heichalo, don't pronounce it. Kulo omer kavod. Adonai lamabul yashav, vowel underneath. Vayeshev Adonai melech leolam. Adonai oz le'amo yitain. Adonai yevarech et amo bashalom. Better?
Thank you.
Everybody's feeling better about this now?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm starting to make that connection. I sort of didn't. And
It's hard when you're learning 2 and 3 letters and vowels a week to then after, which you can do right then and there. And then you move on to all these other letters. And, let's face it, there's a week here that we're missing and a week here that someone else is missing, and we're all trying to put it together. So these last weeks are really when we can put it together and make sense of it. So, okay, good. So next week, everybody's going to bring their Siddur. If you would do me a favor and just email me a picture or text me a picture of a copy of the front of your Siddur so that I have them out here. And I'm going to go through them beforehand and get that there. I'm going to send you pages 58 and 64 which is Vayachulu, Vishamru, and Mizmor David. I'm going to send you the recordings for those so you can follow along if you'd like. And I'm going to try to come up with some sort of a cheat sheet for the Yud, for the Shva, and for all the exceptions.
Thank you. And one other thing that we had talked a little bit about, if we have time, doing the prayer when you're called up for an aliyah.
Oh, yes.
But I don't think that's in here, so we would need it.
I'll
like,
get you a
maybe can-
copy of it.
Yeah, and then we could print it out. Because whenever I get called up, I don't say a word. Like I just stand there like an idiot.
That's what we're gonna do next week. That's a good one. And I have, that's actually in the Siddur, so I'm just gonna make a scan of it and send it to you. At your shul, when you stand there, do they have one, like a big one for you to read off of? Or do
But
they just hand you the Siddur?
No, I'm pretty sure they
have a big
separate
one.
thing.
Okay,
And my husband says it. I just don't
Okay.
say a word.
good. Well, we're gonna get you to say it. Perfect. All right, so that's what we're gonna work on next week. We're gonna start with the aliyot. We'll do the cheat sheet and then we'll go through the Friday night service. That's the
We're
12th.
not,
The
we're
12th.
not meeting though next Sunday.
We're not meeting this Sunday, the 12th we're meeting.
Right.
Yeah, this Sunday Shavuot, so
Right.
we'll be eating blintzes. So, okay.
Lymor.
Thanks for making the time for coming during the week and
Thank you
everybody
for
have a
making the time.
great weekend. Anytime. I'm happy to.